here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The broadcast will also be worldwide at WPKYonline.com. Caldwell Sports is coming up. Time to head live to the gym for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The WPKY Caldwell County pregame show is on the air. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Cab. It's boys in action tonight in high school basketball as Caldwell County will host Crittenden County. We'll break this one down on the Athletic Center pregame show coming your way next on your home for Tiger basketball, 1580 103.3 WPKY and online at WPKYonline.com.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
Since 1894, serving as your steadfast local banking choice, Fredonia Valley Bank. The world has transformed since then, but their dedication to you, their neighbors, has not wavered. Navigate financial complexity with a bank that's powered by 129 years of excellence. They're committed to investing in their community and the prosperity of their customers. Remember, choose local, live local, dine local, shop local, and bank local. Fredonia Valley Bank, where local people make local decisions. Your genuine community bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their number one goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student-athletes. Each week, a student-athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements at Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, cheering on all Tiger athletes.
Welcome in to the Athletic Center pregame show as we get set for the Tigers and the Rockets here from the Cab. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. If you need game day attire, stop in, check out their screen printing work, also embroidery work. That's at the Athletic Center in Princeton. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker here for the call tonight between Caldwell County and Crittenden County. Camden McGregor in the truck for us tonight. And Ken, this is a game that usually is a tight game. It's usually a very physical game. But Crittenden County in off season right now, coming in at 2-13 on the year. Caldwell County, meanwhile, at 10-7. But Crittenden County took that big blow. I think it was the Muhlenberg game with about 50 seconds left, the way I understand, when Travis Champion went down with a torn ACL. and out for the rest of the season. We hate to hear that out of that kid. He's been a great player for Crittenden County for a while, senior season, so it's not what you want to hear. You would like to see their best players against our best players, but tonight this is one that Caldwell County should go ahead and win, and maybe win big, but you can't overlook it looking ahead to those big games coming up down the district stretch.
Yeah, that's right, Dennis. You know, Travis Champion is an exceptional basketball player, college-level player. I think he's looking to play some small college basketball. And for a team like Crittenden County, when you lose a player of that caliber, that's a huge, huge loss. I mean, he was pretty much their main cog in their team. And, you know, he's hard to replace. You know, you have a smaller school with limited enrollment, so it's hard to replace a kid like that. It'd be hard to replace Travis Champion on our team, to be honest with you. So, you know, Coach Fralix has done a great job keeping those kids up, keeping those kids motivated. You know, every season's not perfect, and certainly there's peaks and valleys, and Coach Fralix is doing a good job with these young men. On paper, though, if you look at RPI rankings and whatnot, we should come out the victor tonight, but this game is still one you have to play. I mean, Crittenden County, the kids they bring are going to be ready to play, and we have to match their energy as well tonight.
Just about 11 and a half minutes before we tip this one off. Again, this is a game that Caldwell County, they have a mission in mind. They want to finish big the last half of the season, but they're also in the hunt for a district championship and a legitimate shot at it. We've got Dawson here on Friday night after a trip to Trigg on Thursday, and then next week the guys play Madisonville. You take care of business against Dawson, it comes down to basically a district championship game in Madisonville next Tuesday night.
You know, I've been thinking about that district championship and all the variables that go into that, and honestly, we're so close this year. I mean, the difference between the 1 and the 4 seed is probably as slim as it's been in many, many years. We were in a dogfight last night with the number 4 seed right now. And until about 2 minutes to go in that game, it was a toss-up who would win that game. And so, you know, I think overall it's going to be just whoever gets hot at the right time is going to be winning. So, you know, we got Madisonville, we got Dawson. We have to take care of business tomorrow night against Dawson first. And then the Madisonville game obviously sets up to be a huge tilt because the second game is the game that is the tiebreaker.
Right.
So if we all have the same district record, if us and Madisonville have the same record, 1 loss, then that game at Madisonville, or the game at Madisonville will be the tiebreaker.
And like you said, that district tournament, you get these same 4 teams in there the last week of February. It could be anybody's ball game. You can't rule out Dawson. They're playing some very good basketball this season. And like you said, the 4 seed right now is Hopkins Central, and they were a point ahead of us with about 3 minutes left in the ball game last night. I'm
not so sure, just you know, that I wouldn't rather see Dawson in the first round of the tournament than Hopkins Central. You know, Hopkins Central, beating a team 3 times in a row can be difficult. And a team like Hopkins Central with a coach like Coach Michael Fralix is a tall order. You know, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I still, we're playing to win every game. So we
Absolutely.
I don't care who's in front of us, and that's the attitude our boys have to have, whether it's Crittenden County or whether it's Lyon County. I mean, we're playing to win every ball game.
That's right. You want to win and peak right at this time of year as we head down the stretch. Only roughly a month left in the season, or maybe 5 weeks if you make it to the region. So every game matters. 9 minutes before we tip this one off, we'll take a break. Come back and talk about a couple of Tiger players to watch tonight, as it's the Tigers and the Rockets at the Cab. We'll carry on the Athletic Center pregame show right after this.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Happy New Year, Pennyrile Electric members. With each new year, it becomes even more important that Pennyrile Electric has your most up-to-date contact information on file. By updating your account information, you ensure that Pennyrile Electric can best communicate usage and outage information with you. Plus, if you update your information by February 29th, you'll automatically be eligible to win one of several great prizes. Do it today at PRECC.com. Best wishes for an amazing year from Pennyrile Electric.
Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care. Our team of medical professionals can diagnose and treat a wide range of orthopedic care and get you back on the path to a happier, healthier you. Whether you need basic fracture care or osteoporosis management, a sports physical, or back pain treatment, we've got you covered. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic provider, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
Making great things happen now for over 25 years, Planters Bank continues the Seed Summit for those interested in starting a business or expanding their small business. It's February 12th from 8 to 5 at the Bruce. Get educational information from business experts and collaborate with fellow entrepreneurs. The summit is absolutely free. Just register at expectgreatthingsbank.com/seed. Don't miss the Seed Summit, February 12th. Planters Bank. Expect great things.
Hey, it's Jess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We'll get you ready to start your day with sticky notes and local, regional, and national news updates at 6:30 and 7:30. Complete Weather Edge forecast, jump in the Wayback Machine, birthdays and anniversaries at 7:30. Catch up with Community Calendar and cover local issues, events, and even share the love with Coffee Talk at 8 a.m. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker here for the call tonight between Caldwell County and Crittenden County here at the Cab. Caldwell County coming in at 10-7 on the season. Crittenden County at 2-13. Ken, we mentioned that Crittenden County lost Travis Champion. Caldwell County also down a player. We'll go ahead and take a look at the injury report brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the court. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge necessary to diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. That's Caldwell Medical Associates, a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. A few games ago, Colin Whittington went down on a hard fall at Livingston Central. Is going through the concussion protocol. I think he has some more tests tomorrow. Could be out another couple of weeks, could be out the remainder of the season. It's just one of those processes that just takes time, and it's not one you want to rush. It's not saying you can't tape up a brain injury. So you've got to let that heal on its own. So in his absence, I think some players have stepped up, and I think the biggest player to step up in his absence is his brother Carter, increasing that points per game average already almost 1.5 points on his average for the season, coming into tonight at about 8.5 a game.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose your second leading scorer, it's always a challenge, but Carter, you know, Carter's done really well, and you knew Carter would accept that challenge. He's a tough kid. He's been around. He's had battles. He's a seasoned ball player, and he's done an excellent job. Hopefully, I think Colin's going to get reevaluated next week, and hopefully we can get him back before the season's over with. I'm optimistic we can, but you know, it just all depends on how he does on his testing and how his brain heals up. And so hopefully he'll be able to come back before the year's over with. The boys have really rallied. The whole team has rallied, and you know, you can go two ways when this happens. You can kind of just cower down and feel sorry for yourself, or you can rally around it. And you know, I think it's a testament to the young men here we have. They've rallied around it, and they play really hard and play really well without Colin. So when Colin comes back, it's all the better.
I talked to Coach Mitchell a little bit before the game, and he attributes some of Carter's added scoring lately to the fact that he's a smart player, sees the bigger picture, and realizes this being his senior season, it's starting to go by pretty fast. So he's picking up the pace a little bit and tackling it maybe a little bit harder than normal. And also in Colin's absence, somebody had to step into that starting lineup. Let's talk a little bit about Cade Rowland. I think he had, 12 last night, 11 or 12 in the game against Hopkins Central.
I gave him 12 and Griffin gave him 10. I gave him that putback on that tip, but either way, he was in double figures last night. And, a team like this, you're pretty deep. You've got, four or five kids that are going to be pretty much solid starters. But then you got young men like Jack Roach, Luke Maddox, Cade Rowland, Ryan Hammond, some of these young men, Cam Wilson, Dalen Lander, some of these young kids here that have a chance to assert themselves. And, you make the most of the opportunity you're given. And Cade Rowland has made the most of that opportunity. And I mean, he has filled in admirably for Colin. And really, we haven't missed a beat. I mean, Cade has come in and played exceptional basketball, both offensively and defensively. So you just can't be a one-dimensional player. I mean, this team, we have to have it on both ends of the court. And Cade's done an excellent job with that.
Yeah, he's a kid that come in. You knew the offense was going to be there. He's a great ball handler, knows what to do with it. I think his defense is starting to catch up. He really looked like a decent defensive player last night against Hopkins Central. So I think that part, it was the one maybe lagging behind a little bit, but he's brought that along, and now you're not going to get hurt by having Cade defensively on the court. He can hold his own with anybody on the squad.
And not only that, Dennis, but the stage has not been too big for him. A kid with a little bit limited experience. You get into a packed gymnasium in a one-point game against a team like Madisonville, is the stage too big for you? Do you get a little bit big-eyed? Do you see little things move a little faster at that level? Suddenly you look up and he's hitting a three-pointer from the corner to put us up by 2.
Yeah, he's taking some big shots.
Yes.
And, he fits in now. It took him just a little bit to maybe get acclimated to it, but I think his confidence is rising with each game that goes by. So glad to have him in that starting lineup, helping out while Colin is out, still on concussion protocol. So we hopefully will have him back sooner than later, but hopefully at least by the districts coming up. We are getting set for tonight's national anthem. National anthem is brought to you by Princeton's VFW Post 5595 and the VFW Auxiliary. We appreciate those folks sponsoring the national anthem for us all season long. We'll turn it over now to the public address announcer for tonight's national anthem.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
Welcome back to the cab as we get set for tip-off between the Rockets and the Tigers here tonight. Tip-off tonight's going to be brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, including driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Here's to building a successful season from Travis Construction and Concrete. Starting lineup for Caldwell County, it's Luke Parker, number 1, out first, followed by number 2, Cade Rowland, both juniors. Senior, number 5, Carter Whittington at the point guard. Number 11, another senior, Demarius D-Man Thompson. And last but not least, big J. Darius Wilson in the middle for Caldwell County wearing number 24, a junior. So 2 seniors, 3 juniors, an upper class lineup, which is a rarity, it seems, for anything Caldwell County these days to have upperclassmen in the starting lineups for a lot of sports. But we have it here at basketball. Caldwell County playing some very good basketball as of late, and we'll try to keep that rolling tonight against the Crittenden County Rockets. Jonah Reddick to jump center against Wilson. Wilson controls the tip, and it's Carter Whittington putting it into the front court. Left side it goes over to Cade Rowland. Rowland back out. 2-3 zone, or excuse me, another box and one, Ken. Saw the guy come up out of the middle on that back line. Now it's going to be number 11, Turner Sharp, the senior, hawking J. Darius. It looks like all night. Parker's going to take advantage of an open 3, misses that one. Wilson with the rebound, kicks it back out. Whittington, nobody came out to guard him, fires a 3, no good. Rebound, Crittenden County.
We should be pretty familiar with the box and one after last night.
Absolutely. Bryson Walker at the point for Crittenden County. That kid's having a good season, averaging 16 and a half a game. Underneath, ball thrown through, out of bounds off of D-Man Thompson. Stays Rocket basketball.
You know, you expect us to be a little bit flat coming out. I know our legs have got to be tired playing so many games in so many days. But I think once we get in the flow of things here, we're going to be moving quite a bit better.
Rockets to put it in bounds have to come all the way out top of the key to number 5, Jackson Hatfield. Hatfield with it, hands off to Walker. Gets it back to Hatfield, over to Walker. Walker drives, cut off on the baseline, now double team. Steal by Caldwell County out of that double team. Carter Whittington up to Parker. Parker, nice reverse layup, up and in. Luke Parker with the first bucket of the night. Caldwell County out 2-0. Just over a minute played here in the first quarter. Caldwell County man-to-man defensively. It's Whittington on Walker. Walker looking for a screen instead, goes to the corner to Hatfield. Hatfield dribbles back to the left elbow, cut off there by Rowland. Pass out front, stolen away by Whittington. Back-to-back turnover possessions by Crittenden County.
No, he won't.
And D-Man Thompson picks up 3 yards before putting the shot off and gets called for the travel. It'll be Crittenden County basketball.
D-Man looked like he was in the NBA there with that triple step shot to the basket.
Caldwell County in the home white. Crittenden County, of course, in the blue, trimmed in white. Tonight, familiar uniforms for both these squads. A lot of years of seeing Crittenden County on the schedule. A 3 on the way and good is Turner Sharp, the senior. And that puts Crittenden County in front. 2 minutes into the ball game, 3-2. Still in that box and one as teams try to keep it out of the hands of J. Darius Wilson on entry passes. Carter Whittington, quick ball movement back to D-Man Thompson, back out to Whittington. Whittington drives the lane, dumps down to Parker. Parker misses the one inside and rebound to the Rockets. That was a nice pass and a nice baseline break. Just could not get that ball to fall.
Yeah, great look at the shot there. Good, just didn't get it in.
Walker to Hatfield. Hatfield with the head fake on Rowland. Rowland recovers, cuts him off. A drive on the baseline, dribbled out of bounds by number 30, Braden Poindexter, the sophomore. So Crittenden County, 3 possessions out of their last 4 resulted in turnovers. And it's Carter Whittington back up court for the Tigers. Directs traffic, sees a break in the lane, takes it up all the way in, saw that coming. He kind of lulled Crittenden County into a sense of security, then just bolted down the middle of the lane.
Yeah, Jay went down the block and took his man with him, and that parted the sea a little bit.
Poindexter Underneath to Reddick. Reddick loses the handle, knocked out of bounds off the hands of Rowland, but nice defensive play. That's some of that defensive work, Ken. We talked about Cade Rowland really starting to equalize out with the offensive side of things.
Cade's very active on defense, helped out from the weak side, and Jonah Reddick never saw Cade coming there.
Walker, a step back shot from the free throw line is good, putting Crittenden County back ahead 5-4. Caldwell County with Thompson. He's going to pull up for a 10-footer, no good. Rowland had great position, but they're going to let that one play through. Up and in on the rebound was Jackson Hatfield. I thought it was over the back pretty clearly. They let it go, and Hatfield scores on the other end to give the Rockets a 7-4 lead.
Yeah, it looked like he may have been over Cade's back there. Did not get the call.
Rowland fires a three. That one out of bounds. And it will be Rocket basketball. Ken, some familiar faces on that Rocket bench when you look at the coaching staff. Of course, you got Matt Fralick's head coach, Earl Fralick's on the bench. Roy Jean Rogers' son, Coley, I think, is one of the assistant coaches. Roy Jean, I think, helps out a little bit with this squad, too. So some homegrown talent leading these Crittenden County Rockets.
That would make quite a lineup of basketball players if you had a team out of that coaching staff.
That is a lot of players that's been on a basketball court a lot in their lifetimes.
Absolutely.
Crittenden County works it back out front. It's Walker. Walker looking for a screen, takes it right. Good coverage there by Whittington. They have to go back out to Sharp. Sharp gets it up, and it's in for Hatfield. And Caldwell County now down 10-4, just over halfway through the first quarter. Again, this box and one caused a little bit of trouble early last night for Caldwell County, and looks to be the same case again tonight. Whittington drives the lane, loses the handle, gets it back, puts it in, up off the glass. Farmers bank shot for Carter Whittington. Tigers back within 4 at 10-6. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Number 4, Walker, a sophomore. Hands off to Poindexter. Poindexter back to Walker now left side. Walker cut off on the baseline. Up it goes to Sharp. Sharp into the corner. Head fake. Ball gets loose right back to number 30, Poindexter. Gets it over to Walker. Walker misses the short jumper. Loose ball picked up by Whittington, and a reach-in foul in the backcourt is going to be called. I think they're going to get Bryson Walker with the foul on that one. First foul of the ball game goes against Crittenden County. Rockets lead this one 10-6 with 2:30 to play in the first quarter. Box and one now. Jay Darius sets up in the right corner. Jay gets it, can't drive the lane or can't drive the baseline. Goes back out front to Whittington over to D-Man. He'll launch a three from the right wing and drain it. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer, D-Man Thompson.
You know, I'm looking for D-Man to come out tonight and have a little bit of a good game. He's been, you know, 3 points last night for D-Man. You know, so I think D-Man wants to get in that scoring column a little bit tonight, be a little more aggressive, look for his shot.
The three-pointer brought to you, of course, by Little Caesars. Get game day ready at Little Caesars with a 6:49 hot and ready. Poindexter with the basketball, looking for a Hatfield to get it to. Hatfield takes it, gets into the lane, wanted to pull up. Good recovery by Cade Rowland, but it's number 30, Braden Poindexter, getting the shot off from the left corner and burying the three. 13-9 now, Crittenden County. Tigers with the basketball. Rowland right side back to Whittington. Left side it goes. Thompson, baseline jumper is good. That's his bread and butter on that baseline. He's got a sweep stroke off of that baseline and drained that one with ease. 13-11.
Nice left-handed shot D-Man's got. He's a nice shooter, very consistent.
Hatfield to Sharp. Back to Hatfield underneath to Poindexter. Poindexter out to Walker. Walker spin move trying to get away from Whittington. Shot up, no good. All alone underneath. J. Darius Wilson. Under a minute for Caldwell County with a chance to tie or take the lead. Whittington wanted to dump it off. A little too strong from that close for Cade Rowland. Goes out of bounds. Turnover Tigers. Ryan Hammett's going to come into the ballgame, as is Jack Roach. It's going to give Roland and J. Darius Wilson just a little bit of extra breather in between quarters. 44 seconds left in the first. Walker will dribble it up for the Rockets. Still man-to-man defense. Whittington on Walker. Over it goes to Hatfield. Hatfield spin move on Hammett. Hammett cuts him off at the baseline, turns him back out. Pass inside, up and in to Turner Sharp. And a U-Ride timeout called on the court by, I think that was Crittenden County that called the timeout. We'll keep it right here. Camden on the timeout. Let our listeners know about the timeout sponsors this season. That's U-Ride. U-Ride gives you that hometown feel by providing personalized appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and remaining committed to you even after the sale. Contact Lee Hughes or Tommy Harrison for an appointment at U-Ride in Princeton. Ken, 20 seconds left. A little bit surprising tonight. Crittenden County's come out to play. They have a 4-point lead on the Tigers.
I'm really not surprised, to be honest with you. I kind of saw this coming. I mean, you could see, that they're here and they're ready to play basketball.
They are.
So, we're going to have to just ratchet this intensity up a little bit and play our game. They've been hot from the field. They hit a couple of nice three-pointers, but we have to keep playing our game here.
10 seconds left in the first quarter. Whittington, right wing, underneath it goes Parker. Parker backs in, gets it partially blocked, knocked away. Outlet pass, if Crittenden County gets a shot off, counts if it goes, and does not. Ken, I thought you were going to see another point for the opposing team at the buzzer, but it rolls just off the rim. 15-11 after one. Back after this.
At Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky, you're treated like family. Because to them, family is everything. Johnson's has the reputation of helping customers with brands you can count on, like GE Appliances. Shop their selection of GE appliances with premium finishes and features that make household chores easier, giving you time to do what matters. Bring home the long-lasting quality of GE Appliances today. Trust Johnson's for furniture, bedding, and appliances. Because you're like family, and family is everything.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton. 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to the Cab, getting set for second quarter action. Second quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living. Crittenden County with a 4-point lead and the basketball to open the second quarter. Into the left corner it goes to Hatfield. Hatfield cut off by Rowland. Swings it back out to Sharp. Sharp to Walker. Walker looked to drive. He's going to pull up three at the top of the key. No good. Parker high for the rebound for Caldwell County. Gets it into the hands of Rowland. Caldwell County looking to run. Rowland throws up one through the lane. Misses, but gets fouled on the play.
Yeah, nice take by Cade. He saw a little split there and took it down the lane before they could get in that box and one. That's why I said last night, I mean, let's not let them get in the box and one. And, Jay needs to be a little more active. I think Jay's kind of feeling himself out a little bit tonight. He's trying to save his legs a little bit.
Goodwin Insurance free throw number one for Cade Rowland is good. Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency, capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Contact Goodwin Insurance anytime for a free quote. Rowland drains them both. Tigers back within two. Half minute gone in the second quarter. Hatfield across midcourt. Rolling on him. Hatfield goes to the right elbow to number 21, Reddick. Reddick back to Hatfield. They tried the pick and roll, cut off nicely by Caldwell County. Hand off to Walker. Walker kick out to the corner. Poindexter. Poindexter back to Hatfield. Three from the right wing is good. And it's 18-13, and Crittenden County not playing like a 2-13 squad tonight here at the Cab.
No, they've hit 3 3-pointers so far. They're 3 for 3 from the three-point line. That's a tongue twister.
Cam Wilson in the ball game for Caldwell County. Rowland will take a seat. Thompson working against Crittenden County's box and one. Thompson, a three off the back of the rim, no good. Caldwell County had the inside position but knocks the rebound out of bounds. It will be Rocket basketball. Caldwell County is going to pick up at half court. Carter Whittington will check number 4, Bryson Walker. Walker looks it over. D-Man Thompson read that pass but knocked it out of bounds before he could get a grasp on it. Stays Rocket basketball side out right in front of the Tiger bench.
We've had a couple of defensive lapses. We've fallen asleep on that weak side shooter, and they've taken advantage of it.
Walker with the basketball, getting a little instruction from Coach Matt Fralix. Walker drives, knocked away, and they're going to say off of Whittington. Whittington disagrees with the call, thought he knocked it back off of Walker. Rocket basketball underneath. Walker puts it in play to Reddick. Works it around to Hatfield. Hatfield at the free throw line, has to kick it back out, well covered. And a nice hedge out by Cam Wilson. Made Crittenden work for that shot, but there's a foul on Caldwell County as the shot's up by Turner Sharp. We'll see who they put that one on.
It was on Cam Wilson.
It is the first on Caldwell County, the first on Wilson, sending Turner Sharp to the free throw line for the Rockets. First one up and good. 19-13. Second free throw, also good. Crittenden County on the season at the free throw line. Well, we've got it here somewhere, Ken. I'll find that in just a second. But a very good start for the Rockets. It's D-man pass underneath to Wilson. Wilson shot doesn't roll in, but he'll step to the free throw line.
So when Jay gets that ball on the block right there, there were 3 guys around him, so we're going to have somebody open. Jay needs to look past that ball, and it's hard to shoot over 3 guys.
Jay Darius at the stripe makes the first. 81% free throw shooter on the season, 20-14. Just a tick over 6 minutes to play in the first half. Second free throw also good. Caldwell County backcourt pressure. Trying to make Crittenden County work a little bit harder for some of these open shots. They've worked the ball real nice, again, in that half-court offense. They get it across the timeline. Walker dribbles out front. A lot of curls around the baseline. 5 high on this one. Walker keeps it down low, and a tie-up is called underneath. Possession arrow to Caldwell County. Good hustle by Carter Whittington.
Yeah, help side defense by Luke, and Carter was able to tie him up. Carter needs to push the issue here a little bit. Push the ball, get them out of their rhythm.
Whittington pulls up the dribble out front, swings it left side to Thompson. Thompson looks it over. Steps back for a 3. That one no good. Crittenden County with inside position. Rebound comes down to Poindexter. Poindexter gets it back, kicks it free throw line high to Reddick. Reddick battles his way down, up and in, and the foul. Jonah Reddick will go to the stripe for Crittenden County to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Reddick's brother Jack, of course, plays at Lyon County. Rebound on the miss by Luke Parker, 22-15. Just over 5 to play in the first half. Caldwell County tries to dish it down. Whittington to Thompson, knocked out of bounds by the Rockets. Caldwell County will put it back in play underneath their own basket. Whittington looks it over, no lob for Jay Darius, has to come out to Luke Parker. Parker handoff to Thompson, back to Parker, corner to Whittington. And Ken, it looks like Caldwell settling for a lot of outside shots on this box of one. There's D-Man, that's what we needed, almost on script. D-Man saw an angle, took it to the hole and put it in off the glass instead of settling for something outside.
We've taken some really less than ideal three-point shots, and D-Man really nice steal.
Cam Wilson turned up the heat defensively, gets it to Whittington. Whittington misses the layup, but gets fouled on the play. That's more the intensity. We almost came out in that first quarter a little bit flat, like we were
you knew it was
going to
happen. You knew it was going to happen. I mean, we came out, we're flat-footed. We're just even the crowd's flat-footed right now. I mean,
Goodwin Insurance free throw, no good for Whittington. He'll get another try. 4:37 left to play in the first half. 22-17 Rockets. They've led the whole game so far, except for the first 2 points by Caldwell County. Second free throw short. Wilson got inside, but couldn't corral it before it goes out of bounds.
I think we should keep this full court pressure on these guys.
D-Man Thompson comes out, trying to double team in the backcourt. They work it back to Sharp. Sharp to Walker. Walker almost to half court, gets double team, gets it back to Sharp. Sharp in the lane, a runner over J. Darius, no good. Rebound Parker.
Run.
Caldwell County looking to get down the court quickly. Whittington turns it back to the lane, takes it through and gets held. We talked about a 3-yard carry a while ago. That was almost a good tackle by Crittenden County. Oh, they're going to call that one on the floor.
Yeah, I think it was on the floor before I think he was trying to pass the ball anyway.
4 fouls on Crittenden County in the quarter, so Caldwell County will shoot from here on out. Still 4:17 to play in the second quarter. Cam Wilson takes the inbounds, fires a 3, and it's string music in Princeton KY as Cam Wilson drains it from the right side. 22-20, big bucket on the Little Caesars three-pointer by Cam Wilson. Hatfield tried to answer on the other end, out of bounds, off of Poindexter. Caldwell County basketball.
All right, 3:57 to go, Dennis. We need to put some points up here. Let's get a big lead built up by half here. I have confidence. We got a little more spring in our step here.
Still the same box and one that Hopkins Central employed last night. Crittenden County brought to Caldwell too. J. Darius with the rebound on the miss, trying to go back up, but he's going to have to carry a couple of Rockets with him if he did. They're going to call that a tie-up.
Why did they tie it up? He put the ball on the floor.
He put the ball down low, but it was still wrapping around from the backside. Generally, that's called a foul, but the baseline official decided tie-up. Back into the hands of Sharp. Sharp with the dump off to Reddick. Reddick got behind the defense and puts in the layup. 24-20 Rockets. Caldwell County having trouble after they get close within 2. Parker with a strong rebound, misses the putback. J. Darius had the tip, no good. Parker with the rebound, has it ripped away. And D-Man commits the foul as Crittenden County tried to turn it to go up the court. Thompson picks up the foul, fouling Turner Sharp on the play.
But we had 2 pinpoint looks again. We just can't seem to get a ball to fall in that basket there.
You ride timeout on the court with 3:10 to play in the first half. Rockets by 4, back in 1 minute.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Back to the cab, out of the U-Ride, timeout. 3:10, first half left, 24-20. Surprisingly, Crittenden County with the lead on Caldwell County has led all but the first 2 points by the Tigers. Rockets get it in play to Hatfield. Hatfield down the court underneath Reddick, up and in off the glass. Whatever Coach Felix drew up in that timeout worked, 26-20.
Crittenden realized it's a basketball game tonight.
Whittington with the basketball at the point. Box and one defense. Caldwell County is going to get a lot of practice on it, I think, Ken, down the stretch of this season. Leave Whittington wide open for a 3 try, no good. Wilson had the rebound knocked away. Parker gets it, knocked into the backcourt. Luke able to go get it. Back up to Whittington. Whittington lob over to Parker. Parker into the corner. Thompson drives baseline. Too strong on the shot. They did not give Cam Wilson the tie-up, and fortunately did not, because the ball comes loose, and it's D-Man Thompson with the put-in for Caldwell County. Walker with the basketball, trying to walk it across and settle the Rockets down. 2:08 to play in the first half. Caldwell County switches, had Parker on him. Now it is Sharp kicking out to Poindexter. Fires the three and drains it. 4 threes in the first half for Crittenden County.
That's 5 threes.
5 threes, back up to a 7-point lead. Parker just inside the free throw line, no good. Tie up underneath between Walker and Cam Wilson. Possession arrow stays with Caldwell County. Cade Rowland checks back in for Cam Wilson. Caldwell County will line up everybody at the free throw line, lob back out to Rowland. Rowland gets in the lane, runner is blocked. Whittington able to pull it in before it goes out of bounds, and a foul called on Poindexter as he clips Whittington in the corner. Whittington will go to the free throw line. Do you still call this in the bonus, Ken, or in the penalty? There's no, we had to change terms because it's not a 1-and-1 situation anymore in Kentucky high school basketball. Everything is 2 shots.
The double bonus.
First free throw is good. He'll get a second Goodwin Insurance free throw coming his way. Carter had a great night at the line against Hopkins Central last night, so that's one aspect of his game that's starting to break through. Second free throw off the front of the rim. Crittenden County's Poindexter with the board, and it's Walker back up court. Walker, nobody stops the ball. He goes in within 12 feet, misses the shot, rebound underneath Sharp, back out to Walker. D-Man Thompson goes for the steal, doesn't get it, leaving Walker open in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. Crittenden County dives for the rebound, saved inbounds, back to Walker. He'll try it again, misses a third shot. This one tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Caldwell County basketball. We may have gotten a break on that one, Ken. I think that was Luke up above everybody with the tap.
I'm not sure if he hit it off one of their hands or not. We'll take it, though.
Whittington drives the lane, misses, tip in. J. Darius Wilson.
1:03 in the second quarter, and that's Jay's first field goal. So that's
what this
that's
box
one of the
one
issues,
will do. And a foul in the backcourt on Carter Whittington. 4th foul on Caldwell County. First on Whittington. 56 seconds to play here in the first half. Crittenden County holding this lead. They've seen Caldwell County cut it back to 2 on a couple of occasions. Walker behind the back, drives right side, runner is in. 31-25. Tigers with 37 seconds on the clock. D-Man back over to Whittington. And just a crowd of blue jerseys, Ken, around J. Darius Wilson. Wilson looking for the lob, doesn't get it on the right side. Whittington letting that clock roll down. Parker free throw line high, back to Whittington. Whittington back to Parker, turns around, 8-footer, no good. Crittenden County with the board. Poindexter clears it for the Rockets. Pass up the court is out of bounds. We'll see who they call that one off of. And it is, they're going to say Whittington did not touch it, much to the chagrin of this side of the court's fans. 6 seconds on the clock. Whittington drives the lane, knocked loose. Poindexter comes up with it. He gets it over to Sharp. Sharp heaves at the buzzer, no good. And we're going to halftime with the 2-13 Crittenden County Rockets leading Caldwell County 31-25. We'll take a break and come back and get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report next on WPKY.
Make sure your equipment is ready to hit the fields hard with special deals on genuine Case IH parts and service. Get up to $100 off any combination of OEM engine oils, coolants, filters, and Fleet Guard filters. Receive $300 off every Max Maintain Plan maintenance agreement and get 0% interest and make no payments for 90 days on Case IH parts. Stop into H&R Agri-Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, and Owensboro today to save on genuine Case IH parts and service.
I'm really enjoying the get-together today. Family, friends, good food. And what is in these deviled eggs? They're delicious.
It's a secret ingredient. I put Bad Bandit seasoning in them. Same thing for the Brussels sprouts. It actually makes them so good.
I thought Bad Bandit was just for the grill.
No way. That cream cheese dip everyone's enjoying, Bad Bandit in there. Candied bacon, Bad Bandit. Pasta, veggies.
Bad Bandit?
You got it. It's not just the rub. It's a seasoning. You wouldn't believe everything you can use it on.
Bad Bandit Rub and Seasoning. Available at local stores and at bad-bandit.com.
Happy New Year from Penny Ryle Electric. It's time to usher in the new and update your old account information with Penny Ryle Electric. By updating your info, you ensure that Penny Ryle Electric can provide the very best in customer service, just as you've always come to expect. Plus, if you do so by leap year, you'll automatically be eligible to win $100 in cash or $50 in bill credits. Update your information right now at precc.com or stop by and see us in a location near you.
Edwards, runaway, slam, dunk at the other end.
Tune in to the UK Healthcare John Calipari radio show on the UK Sports Network.
Dillingham open three, right corner, money and a foul.
Coach Cal will join the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, and they'll take your questions and comments.
Bradshaw rescues it and dumps it.
Tune in every Monday night on the UK Sports Network.
Tune in Monday nights at 5 on 100.9 FM. Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
Back to the cab as we get underway on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. At the half, and a big surprise, it's Crittenden County 31-25 over Caldwell County. Crittenden County without their leading scorer. Travis Champion went down with an ACL injury just about 2.5 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. But they come into tonight 2-13, and you couldn't tell it by the play tonight. Crittenden County firing on all cylinders offensively with 5 3-pointers in that first half. And Caldwell County, Ken, you wrote the time down. J. Darius Wilson didn't score until late in that second quarter. And there's got to be a lot of adjustments in that locker room at halftime for Caldwell County.
Yeah, I mean, Crittenden's coming out. They're going to be high on the hog right now. They've got a lead on us. They're all excited. You know, we need to wake up a little bit. We have a half of basketball to play, and you let this one get away, it's going to sting. I mean, this has no meaning for us in a district race or anything of that nature, but this is not a game you want to lose. I mean, you never want to lose Crittenden County. You know, I watched in 1985, Rupp Arena, NCAA championship, Villanova versus Georgetown. Georgetown had Pat Ewing, Reggie Williams, a dominant team. Villanova shot 80%, 90% in the second half.
Right.
90% from the field. Crittenden County had 5 3-pointers in that first half. You don't expect that to continue, but you just never know. So you have to be able to get in there and be active on defense. We were a little flat-footed, particularly in that first quarter. We were very flat-footed, and that trend continued. You know, they beat us in both quarters.
I think you're right, Ken, and Caldwell County does have to pick it up either defensively or start attacking that box and one. The guys are going to see a box and one a whole heck of a lot the remainder of this season. That's what Coach Michael Fralick's put into play last night. You would assume that he talked to Matt a little bit over the course of the week at some point. Matt's put it in play tonight and done extremely well with it, as Jay Darius only 2 points at the halftime. Now for those halftime stats, brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware. A fourth-generation family business, Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve your needs. For the stats of the first half, I'll throw it to Ken.
Yeah, Jackson Hatfield had 8, and for Crittenden, Brandon Poindexter was 6, Turner Sharp was 7, Bryson Walker with 4, and Jonah Reddick with 6. For the Tigers, D-Man Thompson with 9, J. Darius Wilson with 4, Cam Wilson with 3, Cade Rowland with 2, Luke Parker with 2, Carter Whittington with 5. You know, had some good looks there in the first half. Luke had a few nice looks down low and at the free throw line. I just couldn't get them to fall. Their shots were falling and ours wasn't. And, you know, when Jay's not playing up to his potential, then we have to have other guys step up. And so far, no one besides D-Man really has stepped up for us.
I forgot about those 2 free throws that Jay Darius made 4 points in the first half and not 2. But still well under his average. Caldwell County comes down, Ken, and there's ways to attack this box and one. You've got to screen some players off, but you've got to get Jay Darius more involved to try to get the ball at some point to him instead of just on the offensive glass. And right now, Caldwell County settling, in my opinion, we'll talk to Coach Chuck Mitchell after the game, but Caldwell County seems like they're settling for some open looks, albeit open. There are some open looks at three or some long twos, but we are not getting anything inside except for a little bit of penetration on occasion from Carter Whittington.
Maybe an occasional offensive rebound that we've had, but Jay needs to be more active on the offensive end. We talked about it in the break. When Jay's on that block and they're double teaming him, he can move to the other block. And when you come up on someone's blind side, you can surprise them. So I think Jay just has to be more active in the second half, and we need to be a little more active in penetrating, getting the ball to him.
And we've got to move the ball a little bit quicker. Right now we are
stagnant.
Just really flat, not a lot of quickness anywhere on the court offensively for the Tigers. Hopefully Coach Mitchell and the staff in the locker room can make some changes and get the Tigers going here in the second half. 31-25. This is the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Caldwell County, I don't think they would come into this game overlooking or look at that record that Crittenden County had, because this is a rivalry that's been here for ages. You want to beat Crittenden County almost as bad as you want to beat Lyon County from back in the old 5th District days. But Caldwell County has some work cut out. It's not an insurmountable lead. I think Crittenden County's biggest lead was at 7. Caldwell County's biggest lead was 2-0. Since then, it's been all Rockets.
Well, we handled Crittenden County pretty easily at Fredonia in that scrimmage game, and I think that's kind of been a little bit of a layover for the Tigers tonight. They're coming in this game, they've won 6 out of the last 8, or I think something of that nature. And so, and having the games that we've had in front of us, we have a busy week, big district tilts. This is kind of a game sandwiched in between there. But, Jay was probably hoping to get some rest for his legs tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen, at least in the third quarter for sure. So we got to come out and play ball.
I think on paper we all may have overlooked Crittenden just to an extent, especially with the injury to Champion that's out for the season. So Caldwell County is going to come out of the locker room. Coach Mitchell and staff held them in there a pretty good while, just 2:21 before we get going here in the second half. This is the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. For all of your construction and concrete needs, call Travis Construction and Concrete. Pretty good crowd here on hand tonight, Ken. You've got the crazy section pretty much full on the far side, but nothing really to cheer about for the Tigers. They made a couple of runs to cut it down to 2, but then each time we had a turnover that resulted in points, and Crittenden County the last time able to stretch it back out to 7 before taking a 6-point lead to the locker room.
Yeah, we just need to see the team that has that district-level intensity come out tonight in the second half. And hopefully we can get the boys some, get them a break if we need to. But, I mean, you hate to waste your legs in a game like this. I mean, you want to keep those legs fresh for Dawson Springs and Trigg County. And, again, we have to come out and just really be aggressive here in the second half.
Yeah, I think there's got to be much better ball movement, much more penetration. And we've got to move Jay Darius a little bit along that baseline or on those blocks at the very least. And hopefully we'll get the lid off on the other end. We've had some good looks. We even had some good looks underneath. We're getting a lot of good open shots if we want them. I think that's the trade-off that Matt Fralix would give Caldwell County. Let us take these shots outside the arc if Jay Darius stays off the interior. And so far it's working for Coach Fralix.
Well, I think right now our goal is win the third quarter. Let's win the third quarter and see what happens from there. But didn't think I'd be saying that tonight. I figured it would be a running clock at some point in this game. But, there goes the prognostication. That's why we play the game, right, Dennis?
Absolutely right. Caldwell County back out on the court as we get set for third quarter action. Third quarter brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living Interiors. Cozy Living Interiors, everything a home should be. Officials call Crittenden County out of the huddle. The Rockets will have the ball to open the second half. We are set to play and underway as Sharp gets it in to Walker. Caldwell County with a little token pressure in the backcourt. Whittington will back up and meet Walker at half court over to Sharp. Sharp on a weave out front to Hatfield. Hatfield drives left side, cut off there by Rowland. Hatfield Gets it back out to Walker. Walker off a screen. Wants to go inside. Step back shot from the free throw line. Hits the front of the rim and rolls in. Biggest lead of the night now for the Rockets. 33-25. And guess what defense Crittenden County's in, Ken, to open the second half?
It's just a shocker, isn't it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it is the motto of Coach Fralick's, it appears. Caldwell County works it into the corner now inside.
Right through his hands.
Right through D-Man Thompson. Steal by Crittenden County. They've got away with a walk. Crittenden County throws it right to Whittington. Whittington with the steal, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Hatfield. A little bit of frustration, I think, out of Jackson Hatfield, as Crittenden County had a chance to stretch it out to a double-digit lead. First foul of the game on Hatfield. Caldwell County puts it in play with Whittington. Whittington has Rowland on his right wing, D-Man Thompson on the left. D-Man gets it, comes around top of the key, back out to Parker. And Ken, you see a lot more movement out of Jay Darius going block to block now across that lane. We talked about that in the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Out to D-Man, he launches a three. This one, no good. Inside position.
He called that from the half-court line.
Poindexter.
Wow.
And the official from half-court calls the foul on Jay Darius Wilson. You ride timeout on the court by Coach Mitchell with 6:41 to play, still in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Stay safe on the road while keeping your vehicle in top shape while enjoying a smoother, quieter ride. Ensure fuel efficiency by trusting the tire experts at Trice Hughes. Stocking leading brands like Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and Bridgestone ensures quality and longevity. Plus, enjoy no-cost tire rotations with every service appointment for the life of your tires. Discover the Trice Hughes difference in Princeton or find them at tricehughesgm.com. At Trice Hughes, they're more than just tires.
Back to the cab out of the U-Ride. Timeout by Coach Mitchell. 33-25. Coach Mitchell still upset about that call from half court by the official on the baseline over the back call on Jay Darius Wilson. Crittenden County stops at half court. Now they'll get it into Hatfield. Caldwell County's going to try to deny the ball away from Walker. Hatfield pulls up the dribble, throws it underneath. D-Man Thompson saves it in to Parker. Steal by Caldwell County. Need to convert on the other end. Thompson cut off in the corner, hands it off to Rowland. Rowland back out front to Parker. Parker, top of the key. Parker, I think you heard you, Ken, takes it to the lane, misses the runner. Rebound Poindexter. He'll hand off to Reddick. Reddick, pass is knocked away. Whittington saved it in, but
he carried
not
the
to
ball.
anybody. And it's going to be Walker with a carry. That's one thing that I'm glad officials are starting to call this season.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that was beginning to look NBA-ish, if you will, on the high school court. Box and one. Jay Darius working hard underneath now on that block. He's going to switch over to the right side. Whittington, cross-court pad, D-Man Thompson. Thompson drives, cut off on the baseline. Back out to Parker. Parker pulls up 14-footer from the baseline. No good. Jay Darius up off the glass and in with the putback and the foul. Count the bucket. The foul is going to be on Jonah Reddick for Crittenden County. Trying to get the Caldwell Crazies into the game a little bit over there. Good play by Jay Darius, and he'll step to the line for a Goodwin Insurance free throw. And drains it. 33-28. Backcourt pressure by the Tigers. Hatfield with it at midcourt. Caldwell County looking to maybe trap out of it a little bit. Hatfield breaks it, gets it to Walker in the front court. Walker right side, wanting a screen from Sharp. Walker has to go way around top of the key. Spin move, cut off nicely into the corner.
Man.
And it's Poindexter again with another three.
Who's got that kid?
36-28. Back to an 8-point margin. Whittington into the corner. Parker wide open for three, fires and gets a good bounce, drops in. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer for Luke Parker. Tigers back within 5. Walker across half court. Reddick with the screen. Walker drives. Nice recovery by Whittington. Ball works itself to Hatfield. Hatfield drives. Jumper outside the lane. No good. Whistle underneath, and it's going to go against Crittenden County. Poindexter with the foul for the Rockets. 4:45 left to play in the third quarter. Ken, that's 3 fouls already. Not quite halfway through the third quarter for Crittenden County. Poindexter to the bench with his 3rd foul. Checking in for him is going to be Ethan Rhodes, a junior, wearing number 25. A lot of size advantage now for J. Darius Wilson underneath, even with that box and 1. If he can get a spot where he can post up.
Oh, he's over his back.
Has his head knocked off from behind by Jonah Reddick.
It's a nice play. Once again, they overloaded that side with Luke and D-Man in that triangle. And he saw D-Man and caught him with a good pass.
You got to look up here for maybe a lob. Instead, underneath, it's D-Man. Misses the shot. Had to alter it a little bit with good defensive play. Caldwell County with the steal on the other end. Back tap by Whittington, picked up by Parker. Whittington in the front court at the top of the key. Over to Rowland. Rowland, a spot up 3. No good. D-Man Thompson battles for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be called with a foul. The official coming to the near side. Who did they get the foul on?
Number 5.
That foul on Jackson Hatfield. And that is 5 fouls on Crittenden County here in the quarter. And Ken, still over half the quarter to go, 4:14.
Yeah, that's a big play.
Thompson, free throw, no good.
And I tell you, we're really having a hard time getting shots to fall tonight. We've had good looks. I mean, Kate had a good look at a 3 there. We're just not getting good shots here.
Rhodes back out of the ball game for Crittenden County. And in is number 15, Davis Perryman. Second free throw is good by Thompson. Caldwell County backcourt pressure. Walker with the basketball. Walker dribbles it up as Caldwell County backs away. We near the halfway point of the third quarter. Tigers down by 4. Walker stops at the free throw line. Back over to Sharp. Sharp for 3. No good. J. Darius cleans the glass for Caldwell County. Hands it off to Whittington. Whittington, top of the key, drives into the lane. Wanted to kick it back out, but another foul. And that's what we've got to do here with all those fouls on Crittenden County. Take it into the meat of that defense and at least get to the line.
And make our free throws.
Whittington steps to the line. Goodwin Insurance free throws may play a huge part a little bit earlier than normal here as the Tigers step to the line. That's 3 fouls now on Jackson Hatfield. First free throw is good. Tigers have Thompson and J. Darius Wilson straddling the lane on these free throws. Second one is bottom. Tigers within 2. This is where we get to a couple of times in that first half, Ken, and then Crittenden County goes on a mini run.
Yeah, they've been hot from three-point line. That was the first three-pointer they missed, it seems like.
Walker pulls it back out, gets instruction from Coach Fralix. Calls for the screen from Reddick. Walker off that screen, wanted to go right. And hand check is going to be called. A blocking foul is the signal. That one is on Cade Rowland. Oh, excuse me, that goes on Parker. His second. Walker goes off the screen, has to pull it back out. Good job by Carter Whittington to fight through that screen and not go under. Walker, free throw line high, into the corner, Hatfield. Hatfield didn't have time to put the 3 up because a great closeout by Rowland. Caldwell County now turning up that defense. They come away with the steal, ends up in the hands of D-Man Thompson, but about 3 players calls that steal to get the ball loose on the floor. Rowland, and Rowland's going to be fouled. A travel called. And Coach Mitchell.
Unbelievable. He had his arms wrapped around him.
I think is about to have enough. of an official here tonight at the Cab. 2:53 to play in the third.
He must have took 641 right down from Crittenden County to come down to Caldwell tonight. Unbelievable. He wrapped his arms around Cade right there.
Yeah, they tried to put a double team, but there was a lot of contact on the
unreal.
forearms. Hatfield with the basketball to Sharp. Sharp wants to drive. Kicks it back out now into the hands of Walker. Walker calls for the screen from Reddick. Whittington doing a great job. Ball comes loose. Rowland comes up with it, but that was made by Whittington's ability to get around that screen. Up court it goes to Rowland. Rowland tripped as he went across the lane. One of 3 Rockets could be called with the foul. We'll see where they put that one on with 2:15 to play in the third. Rowland with a chance to tie it up with 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws. Foul was on number 21. That's a big one. Reddick with his 4th foul. Cade Rowland at the line. Free throw is good. Checking back in is number 30, Poindexter. I think Coach Fralix feels this one starting to slip into the hands of Caldwell County. He's going to bring Poindexter back out. Second free throw by Rowland is good. Tied up at 36. 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Walker puts everybody back as Whittington will pick up at half court. Walker looks it over. Sends Hatfield on the baseline screen. Hatfield with the basketball, leaning in. Throws the ball, gets the ball down, and a foul called.
From the other side, man.
Coach Mitchell looking for a reciprocal travel call on that one, does not get it. Foul on Caldwell County.
I mean, they call a hand check down here on us, and they bear hug our player, and they call a travel. Again.
Cade Rowland with the foul, only 3 on Caldwell County in the quarter. Out it goes to Poindexter. Poindexter to Hatfield. Hatfield thought about a long 3, instead dribbles in, steps back, misses the 3. Reddick with the rebound, and a reach-in foul. Looks like they are going to get Carter Whittington. 4 fouls now on the Tigers. Cam Wilson will check in for Caldwell County. Parker comes out of the game holding that left cheek a little bit. I think he took a little shot somewhere along the way here in the last 30 seconds or so. Underneath, Reddick gets loose, shot up and in on the inbounds play.
Cam got lost on defense right there. Let Jack Jonah get around him.
U-Ride timeout on the court by Crittenden County with 1:40 to play. The Rockets by 2. We'll take a break and be back in 30 seconds.
Learn about your heart health with a simple scan. The Cardiology Clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. Our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, offering coronary artery calcium testing, stress test, echocardiograms, sleep studies, and more, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Out of the U-Ride timeout. Players back out on the court. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Crittenden County brought a 2-13 record in tonight, and they are fighting their way through this one. They lead this one 38-36.
You've got to give these young men from Crittenden County credit. They came to play ball tonight, and I'm proud of them. They really did. They're really playing hard tonight.
They did. They have hit their shots so far. Caldwell County working against that box-and-one defense. Lob inside. Jay Darius got inside position, shot up. A lot of contact, no call, but Jay Darius hits the little 6-footer. We need much more of that as he fights to get position inside. A walk called on Walker. Had an open 3 and also a clear lane to the basket, but couldn't make up his mind. Gets called for the travel. Caldwell County with a chance to take the lead for the first time since the opening bucket.
Unbelievable. Take it, D-man.
Three on the way, halfway down and out. Jay Darius strong on the rebound. He's going to get fouled. Good job by Jay Darius with a big height advantage. Foul is going to be on Hatfield. And does that put Hatfield out of the game? No, it's just 4 on Hatfield. Goodwin Insurance free throws by Jay Darius coming your way.
Crittenden's not real deep. They got to keep everybody in the game.
That kind of epitomizes our night right there as the 81% free throw shooter misses the first.
Yes, it does.
Jay at the line again for the second. This one is good. Caldwell County back out in front for the first time since they led this one 2-0 off the opening tip. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Carter Whittington reminding the referee how much that Walker turns the ball over. Drive by Sharp, blocked out of bounds. Cam Wilson stays Rocket basketball. I'm almost shocked that a player can drive without a whistle being called in this quarter on either end.
I know.
Walker looking for somebody to get it into, almost a 5-second count. He gets away with it. Over to Sharp. Sharp to Hatfield, back to Walker. 38 seconds on the clock. Screen by Poindexter. Walker doesn't use it, backs it in to the far corner.
Back off a little bit.
Walker out front, hands it off to Hatfield. Hatfield has Rowland on him at the top of the key. Rowland fights through a screen off Poindexter. Hatfield back the other way. Up to Walker. Walker drives baseline. Shot no good. Wilson with the rebound. Throws it up. Knocked out of bounds by Hatfield. It'll stay Caldwell County basketball with 9.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers will have it out of bounds just inside of half court.
Let's get a good shot here.
Puts it in play.
He can penetrate this zone. They're way wide.
Whittington's got to see what time is on the clock. Whittington drives the lane up and in. Wave it off. They're waving the foul
on the floor. Oh.
It's still going to be 2 shots nonetheless.
I thought that was an and one, but, it could go really either way. But nice job. They had that wide zone. I said penetrate. Carter must have heard me, and he went right down the middle, split it like the Red Sea, baby.
Free throw off the front of the rim. Still 3.8 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Carter at the line. This one up and good. 2-point lead for the Tigers.
I'd press them for sure here.
They're going to bring some backcourt pressure, try to deny the entry
No
pass.
No foul.
They get it up to Walker. Walker turns, heaves from half court over the back of the backboard and out of bounds. Caldwell County erases that halftime deficit and will take the fourth quarter with a 2-point lead, 40-38, back in 1 minute.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
1580, 103.3 WPKY, Princeton.
Back to the cab, getting set for fourth quarter action. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living Interiors. Tigers with the basketball first in the fourth quarter, a 2-point lead. And the ball for the Tigers as Whittington comes across half court into the left corner to Rowland. Rowland back out to Whittington. Same box and one that Caldwell County has seen 2 nights in a row. They're going to give Caldwell County any 3-point shot they want. Instead, Tigers take it in to Parker. Tough angle, but Luke able to put it off the glass and in for a Farmers Bank shot. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Half a minute gone in the fourth. Little pick and roll. Reddick gets it down low, stolen away by D-Man Thompson. Thompson back the other way, slices the lane up and no good, but the putback, J. Darius Wilson. 6-point lead now for the Tigers. Tigers on an 8-0 run. Walker at half court, standing on the logo. Down to Sharp. Sharp drives, pull-up jumper way short. The thought of J. Darius, I think, affected that shot a little bit, Ken. Whittington takes it the other way, dumps it off to Rowland. Rowland puts it up off the glass and in. Tigers starting to come alive here in the fourth quarter.
21-7 since the second half started.
It's Caldwell County on defense with Whittington on Walker. Walker looking to spread the offense some. Pulls up for a long three off the back of the rim. No good.
Run it. Run,
Great job by J. Darius with position on Poindexter. Tigers back up the court. It's Whittington slicing into the lane. Goes to J. Darius. Tough angle on the pass. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by the Rockets. And I think Cade Rowland just picked up the foul on Hatfield. Tough pass for J. Darius to handle right there. I mean, at point blank range from Carter Whittington. Turnover gives it back to Crittenden County. That's the second foul on Cade Rowland. It's Poindexter with the basketball, drives the lane, off balance shot, just throws it up, no good. J. Darius with the rebound for the Tigers. 5:50 to play in the fourth quarter.
I want us to keep pushing the basketball. Chuck wants to slow it down. Luke's on the baseline here. If he'll stay on that well.
Boxing one still. Reddick followed Parker all the way out to the three-point line. Caldwell County's just going to work the clock as long as they're going to stay outside. No count on at this point.
Let's keep the pressure on them here.
Swings it over to Parker. Parker thought about going quickly back. Instead, to the corner to D-Man Thompson. Crittenden County still going inside, trying to deny the pass into J. Darius. It's Whittington with a nice cut on the baseline by Cade Rowland. And a U-Ride timeout on the court by Coach Fralix as Caldwell County has opened up a 10-point lead. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Making great things happen now for over 25 years, Planters Bank continues the Seed Summit for those interested in starting a business or expanding their small business. It's February 12th from 8 to 5 at the Bruce. Get educational information from business experts and collaborate with fellow entrepreneurs. The summit is absolutely free. Just register at expectgreatthingsbank.com/seed. Don't miss the Seed Summit, February 12th. Planters Bank. Expect great things.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We like playing games, but we love making winners. Look at you go, girl!
You did great, girl. You did wonderful.
You got it! That's exciting. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. What station made you winner this morning?
WPKY.
WPKY in Princeton.
WPKY.
Go with the good old America, WPKY.
Welcome back to the cab after the U-Ride. Timeout, 5:10 left in the ballgame. Caldwell County trailed most of this game, but have opened up a 10-point lead here early in the fourth quarter, 48-38. Crittenden County with the basketball. The Rockets get it down to Poindexter on the left wing. Back out to Walker near the top of the key. Walker swings it right side to Poindexter, back to Walker. And a foul called underneath. That one is going, I think, on J. Darius.
I would switch Jay. I'd put Luke on 30, and I'd put Jay on 21. That's exactly what he's doing right there. Yeah. See, 30's trying to get active and trying to run Jay around a little bit. That's not going to work with Jay.
2 fouls on Wilson. Second foul on Caldwell County in the quarter. No fouls on the Rockets as of this point. Parker.
See, Luke can run with him pretty good.
Now hawking Poindexter on that baseline. J. Darius moves over to Reddick. And that's going to be a better hedge as well with Reddick setting the screens. A 3 on the way, no good. Crittenden County finally has cooled off a little bit outside the arc. Caldwell County gets the rebound to Thompson.
I mean, they were unconscious in that first half.
He'll hand it off to Whittington into the corner. Rowland thought about the 3. Coach Mitchell wants some time taking off that clock. Whittington double teamed over to Thompson. Into the corner again to Rowland. Rowland drives baseline, gets cut off. Out front it goes to Whittington. Caldwell County can be patient here with a 10-point lead. Jay Darius, free throw line jumper, no good. Parker had the rebound go off his fingertips. Walker with it back the other way. Walker takes it, back tip by Jay Darius, but he gets called for the foul.
He must have hit the ball.
He had to hit the ball. It flew out of bounds, but they are going to say he got a little arm with it. Third foul on Wilson. That's going to send Walker
Did they say
to the
that was
free
a
throw
shooting
line.
foul?
He said it was in the act.
As compared to Carter on the other side over here?
Right.
Interesting.
Walker, Bryson Walker, a sophomore, second leading scorer for Crittenden County at 16 a game. First free throw is good. A U-Ride timeout called by Coach Mitchell. Tigers ahead by 9, half a quarter left to play. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
Back to the Cab, out of the U-Ride timeout. Crittenden County with one more free throw and a chance to cut this lead back down to 8. Caldwell County led 2-0, and then their next lead, I think, was 38-36, Ken.
Led first shot of the game, and then we didn't lead again in the fourth quarter, so that was pretty interesting.
Second free throw is good by Walker, 48-40. Backcourt pressure by the Rockets. Parker with the basketball is going to bring it up across half court, hand it off to Rowland. Rowland, guarded by Walker, gets it to Whittington, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Walker. And they're going to call everything except bad breath at this point, Ken. It's a touchy game right now, 48-40. Third foul on Walker, first in the quarter on Crittenden County. Parker's got to get it in, finds Jay Darius on the right sideline. A push call. That's just a two-hand hand check by Reddick.
And is he fouled out? Yeah, I think he has. Listen, that young man is a good young man, and he really is a strong player. He plays in the shadow of his brother. I just want to comment on him. You know, he lost his father a couple years ago, and that Jonah Reddick is a nice, good young man, and I hope he does well.
His fifth foul comes with 3:40 to play in the basketball game. Coach Fralix will use this as somewhat of a timeout. 48-40 Tigers.
He's a good inside presence for them. He's about 6'4", and hopefully this might be a chance for Jay to just post up right here, just throw it up to him.
He's been on Jay a lot tonight in that box and one. Inside it goes. D-Man Thompson, spin move up with the left hand and in. Back to a 10-point margin for the Tigers as Walker comes across half court. Walker off a screen from Poindexter, wanted to go baseline, pulls it back out short on the jumper. I think fatigue starting to set in a little bit on Crittenden County. Caldwell County with the rebound, back up the court. D-Man Thompson has it. Thompson to Whittington. Whittington has Hatfield on him at midcourt. Tried to go inside to Jay Darius Wilson. I'm not sure Jay was looking for that pass. I think he was looking for the screen to try to set for Parker in the corner.
That was a hard pass to catch. I mean,
it was a bullet, but I think that's the intended receiver.
Yes, I believe it was.
Jay Darius on that one. I think he only saw the blur going by a little bit late.
He put some mustard on that ball, baby.
Hatfield with it, guarded by Rowland. Hatfield has it knocked loose, gets it back, spin move. Now trapped in a double team, gets it to Walker. Walker for three, off the front of the rim, no good. And that one goes out of bounds. It'll be Tiger basketball with 2:44 left to play in the basketball game. Caldwell looking for back-to-back ugly wins, if you will, Ken, because last night's
was
deep. Not pretty, and this one was in question and still is to an extent with a 10-point lead. But through three quarters, it looked like an upset brewing in Princeton. Whittington kicks it back out to Rowland. Rowland Swings it over to Parker, right side. Parker drives back out to Rowland. Now Rowland drives right down the lane, up no good. Jay Darius with the rebound. Misses the shot. Ball loose on the floor. Jay gets it back, goes up and in off the glass. Good work underneath. Jay Darius Wilson didn't give up on it. Tigers' biggest lead of the night now at 52-40. Sharp drives. Parker with the deflection and a rebound by Jay Darius underneath. Foul is going to be called on Crittenden County. It will be their third of the quarter. Caldwell County will put the ball in play from out of bounds. 2:07 left to play in the basketball game. Baseline will be where Cade Rowland will put it in from. Caldwell County sends Parker on the run down the sideline. Looks around for a point guard. Gets it back to Rowland. Rowland cut off. Ball tipped away. Gets his dribble back. Now he's going to race it across half court. Back tapped away. Steal Crittenden County. Walker with it underneath. Shot up wildly. No good. Put back no good. And Caldwell County with the rebound. Parker knocks it to Whittington. Jay Darius goes up for the shot. Misses that, but it is going to be a foul on Crittenden County. You saw the crazies get up, thought the flush was coming. I think everybody in the house did. Crittenden County hustled back and will make Jay Darius get this one from the stripe. Now it's Hatfield fouling out for Crittenden County. Jackson Hatfield, the senior, with 5 fouls. He's played a whale of a game tonight as well,
he had a good
especially
game.
The way he shot the ball in that first half.
He was on fire in that first half.
1:45 left to play. Caldwell County gets it in. Jay Darius from the right elbow, no good. Poindexter with the rebound. It'll be Walker to bring it up the court for the Rockets. Walker to Poindexter. Poindexter baseline, shot up, no good. Rebound underneath to Rowland. Rowland swings it out, ends up in the hands of Carter Whittington. Whittington up the court, takes it all the way down the lane. Dish to Jay Darius. Trying to get back close to that average now, with most of these coming here in the fourth quarter. Only 4 points at the half. A reaching foul at half court on Caldwell County with 1:14 to play. The Tigers up 54-40. You just want to play good defense here, Ken. You don't want to allow Crittenden County to get to that line, especially with 2 shots every time with that clock stopped.
Well, we've ratcheted up the intensity finally, and you knew that was coming. I just, we had to, and they were not going to keep that hot pace up the whole game.
Sharp's drive with the runner is no good. Rebound down to Parker. And a foul in the backcourt's going to go against number 15, Davis Perryman, the freshman.
At this point, it's just a mundane. It's, 14-point lead a minute to go. We're on the line with 2 shots here.
Everything decided but the final score at this point, but it was a fight for the Tigers tonight.
Hand it to Crittenden County. I mean, credit to those young men. They came off the bus ready to play a basketball game.
Goodwin Insurance free throw number 1 drops. Whittington will get a second chance. This one up off the back of the rim, no good. Battle on the sideline, saved in by Crittenden County. Right to Carter Whittington. Whittington wanted to go to Jay Darius. And again, Jay Darius can't pull the pass in on the baseline, goes out of bounds. But a 15-point margin right now for the Tigers with 54 seconds to play. Walker back up court across the half-court line. Pulls up a long 3 is good. Walker cuts the lead to 12. Foul in the backcourt on the inbound as they will put Carter Whittington back at the stripe on the other end. Whittington takes a slow walk. I'm not sure Whittington has been out of the game tonight, Ken. Do you remember him going to the bench at any point?
I don't remember him going to the bench. He's pretty much going to be on the floor the rest of the year.
I think so. First free throw, no good. That foul comes with 42.8 seconds left in the ball game. Coach Mitchell applauding his players from the sideline. Hopefully we'll have Coach Mitchell on the Trilogy post-game report coming your way. Second free throw is good, 56-43. Biggest lead for the Tigers was at 55-40. Walker across half court, working on Whittington. Walker drives, runner up, no good. Parker with the rebound for Caldwell County, hands off to Jay Darius. Jay Darius has to get it across half court, and I'm not sure anybody will play much defense. It is Sharp that's going to come out and start the count on Jay Darius. Over to Whittington, 17 seconds on the clock. Crittenden County will back off of this one. Caldwell County will pull the win out. It was a hard-fought win, but the Tigers will move on to 11-7 on the season with a 56-43 win.
Good
Final
job.
Buzzer there as Caldwell County had to battle in this one. Crittenden County led for the most of 3 quarters, but it was Caldwell County big in the fourth, and they pull away 56-43. We'll take a break and come back and get underway on the Trilogy postgame report next on WPKY.
Make sure your equipment is ready to hit the fields hard with special deals on genuine Case IH parts and service. Get up to $100 off any combination of OEM engine oils, coolants, filters, and fleet guard filters. Receive $300 off every Max Maintain Plan maintenance agreement and get 0% interest and make no payments for 90 days on Case IH parts. Stop into H&R Agri-Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, and Owensboro today to save on genuine Case IH parts and service.
As a bank that's been part of the Caldwell County communities for almost 140 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we worked alongside. We affirm our commitment to the shared values that brought us here. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
The winningest college basketball program of all time.
Forever! The greatest tradition in college basketball.
Kentucky basketball.
Pull up 3, quick time.
Lives here.
UK hits the court, taking on Florida. Hear all the coverage tomorrow at 5:30 on WKDZRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Powering your lives and lighting up your nights. Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout out goes to our Tigers as they roar into a new season. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to a safe and victorious year from your one and only Princeton Electric Plant Board. They're not just a service, they're community.
Welcome back to the cab and into the Trilogy postgame report. Looking for an affordable and convenient gym membership for only $34.99 a month plus tax. Trilogy provides 24/7 access to a top-notch facility, state-of-the-art equipment, and experienced coaches to help you reach your fitness goals. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy. Caldwell County led 2-0, and then that was the last lead they had until the fourth quarter. Crittenden County came in 2-13 on the season, but battled Caldwell County all the way down to that fourth quarter, just ran out of gas. Caldwell County able to pull ahead and spread this one out, led by as many as 15, and close with a 56-43 win tonight here at the Cab. Time now for the stats of the first half, brought to you by Hackridge Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Hackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. For the stats of the ball game, I'll turn it over to Ken.
All right, for Crittenden County, Braden Poindexter with 9, Bryson Walker with 11, Jackson Hatfield with 8, Tanner Sharp with 7, Jonah Reddick with 6 for a total of 43 points. We really held them down there in that second half, only held them to 12 points in the second half. They had 31 and a half and 12 in the second half. So great defense by the Tigers. We locked them down pretty well, so good job on defensively by Caldwell County. For the Tigers, they were led by J. Darius Wilson with 16, a pedestrian 16 points. D-Man Thompson came in with 12. Carter Whittington with 9, Cade Roden with 8, Lou Parker with 7, Cam Wilson with 3 for a total of 56 points for the Tigers.
And that was a big defensive stand. Also, Caldwell County came out with a little more urgency out of the locker room, I think, Ken. They got J. Darius moving a little bit across the lane where Crittenden County had to work quite a bit more out of that box and one. So Caldwell County making some adjustments, looking much better in that second half. And this is a good game for Caldwell County to have like this, see that box and one for the second straight night. I've got a feeling you may see it at Trigg County coming up in a couple of days. Dawson may even hear about this and how it affected J. Darius a little bit. So you never know what they'll do if they want to put that in on Friday night. So still a lot to see. We're going to be joined now by a Caldwell County coach and a Caldwell County player as they come up for the interviews here on the Trilogy postgame report. All right, Dustin, did you draw the short straw on this, or did you volunteer?
Yes, I drew the short straw. I did.
Coach Dustin Cash comes up on the Trilogy postgame report. Dustin, you guys came out tonight, and Crittenden County gave you all you wanted for about 3/4 of this ball game. You saw for the second straight night that box and one. Some of your thoughts on that first half as Crittenden took a 6-point lead to the locker room.
Well, I felt like we came in flat. I felt like last night we burned a lot of energy, and we just started slow. And they hit a bunch of shots, hit a bunch of threes there in the first half. I don't know how many they hit, but
5 in the first half, I think.
Yeah, they got hot and they punched us right in the mouth, and it took us a little while to get going. And then we started picking it up there. We started playing 55 defense and slowly started getting back in it.
Talk a little bit about that defense in the second half. You limited the Rockets to 12 points in the second half.
Yeah, they picked it up. They got challenged at half. Coach got into them pretty good, got them going. So I was much more pleased in the second half than I was first half.
Dustin, as you know, it's hard to get up emotionally for every basketball game. Basketball is such a grind, and it's really hard to just keep that intensity for every game.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And, you know, a team like Crittenden, they came off the bus. That this is always their Super Bowl, whether it's football, badminton, track, whatever.
No doubt.
Lawn darts. They want to beat Caldwell County.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these boys came out to play. They were red hot in the first half. Some of that was our defense. Some of that was just great shooting.
Yeah, yeah.
But how do you keep these guys up? How do you keep them going?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, and to me, Crittenden's a rival. And
right. We talked about that a lot in the game.
You know, some of these young kids, they don't remember these rivalries like we used to have. So to me, I'm up for it. I'm ready for this game. And these kids don't think of it as a rivalry anymore, and I do.
Well, it's been so one-sided the last, 15, 20 years and everything. Now, they got us in football a couple times, but nonetheless, I mean,
I agree.
And so these kids don't realize what it was like when you were in school and that nature.
When I was in school, this gym was packed, Crittenden County.
Oh, yes.
Like, it was a big-time game. And now that we're out of the 7th District, which I still don't like. I wish we was back in the 7th District. But it's just different now. It's just the kids don't think of it as a rivalry anymore.
Right.
And
which I think we still do a little bit more considering our ages, because you look down that bench and you see a lot of Caldwell County connections on that Crittenden County bench.
Oh,
so
yes.
You don't want that to go home to Marion with a win.
Oh, no. Yeah, the kids, because of Matt, I mean, Matt's a great guy, great coach.
Can't beat him.
And, our players do know him. He coached here last year, obviously, but we wanted to win for sure. We didn't want them to go back with a W.
That's right. That would have been a devastating loss for us. We would have lost that coming into the next few games we got going on.
That would have stung.
But the boxing one is a challenge in defense.
Yeah, we're going to see that.
We're going to see it, and I think we just have to work, I guess, as a team on how to break it. What's your off strategy on that, Dustin? I mean, are y'all looking to try to run that baseline? Are you going to try to pull them out? I told Dennis I thought the best way to beat that boxing one is not let them get in it.
Yeah.
Get on that break and
get in and go.
Get your spots and go,
But when they are in the boxing one, they still can't stop Jay. Jay got to work.
He's got to move.
He ain't working.
Exactly.
He's not working.
You can't be stagnant.
And we get on to him all the time about, you got to work, because they still can't stop you, boxing one or not. And sometimes he gets a little lazy, and we got to get on to him, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Jay needs to realize that he just don't have to catch the ball on that box every time.
Yeah.
He can move up to the elbow. He can move a lot and be active in that box.
No doubt.
I think that's going to be moving forward. Our biggest challenge is getting Jay active on that box on offense.
I totally agree.
They try to run him a little bit on defense. We might see a little more of that.
Yeah.
Guys getting him active on defense.
We switched him.
That's why I said they didn't put Luke on that kid.
we ended up putting Luke back on, or Luke on him and Jay on Reddick. So
Dustin, a lot of basketball going on right now. This is the meat as you come down the stretch. You've got a tough Trigg County team at their place in a big doubleheader, old 5th District rivals on Thursday night. And then as you march towards a possible showdown, still in the chase for that district championship, you've got Dawson Springs here at the Cab on Friday night. Talk a little bit about both of those games before we move on to Colin Whittington.
Well, right now we're going to watch film tomorrow, get our legs rested. So we got. It's hard. It's hard on me, and I'm a coach, and I ain't even out there playing. So I can only imagine how tired they get. So, Trigg County, they're playing good basketball. I watched a little bit of film on them today, and they're looking good.
They're a different team.
They're a different team than when we played them first time. Dawson is what it is. I know it's going to be heated Friday night. It's a big game for us. It's a big game for them. We're looking forward to it. I can't wait.
That's going to be great. Hope we pack this place.
We need it. We need it. We'll need it Friday night.
Dustin, before you get out of here, who drives the ball farther, you or Colin Whittington?
That's no doubt. It's me.
Okay.
He ain't on my level. He ain't on my level yet.
Thanks, Dustin Cash, for coming up here on the Trilogy post-game report. We're going to let Colin Whittington slide into the chair with Dustin. Caldwell County with a big win tonight over Crittenden County. Thanks, Dustin. 56-43 after Crittenden County led much of the ball game. Caldwell County able to pull away in that fourth quarter. Joined now by Colin Whittington. Colin, thanks for coming up here on the Trilogy post-game report. Give us a little update. I know you had the injury at Livingston Central, had the concussion, and you're still in the concussion protocol. What's the process going like there, and what are your thoughts on that?
I have another doctor's appointment in the morning, so hopefully everything will go good with that, and then I'll get to do some workouts and stuff and move from there. No rush getting back. Want to make sure everything's all right, stay safe, but definitely looking forward to being back on the court.
Looking forward to having you back. Colin, in your absence, you're with this team down on the floor. You're with them in the locker room. You've seen a couple of players really step up in your absence. We talked about one being your brother, really increasing his scoring average quite a bit since you've been gone. But the other player that stepped into that starting lineup is Cade Rowland. Talk a little bit about Cade.
When you have a starter go out, you got to have somebody step up and fill the role. I think the guys off the bench, they can all play, but sometimes they don't have the confidence in themselves. And I think that's the positive that's came from me being hurt is guys have stepped up and started playing and gotten confidence in themselves. The last time we played Hopkins Central, Cade started clicking, and ever since that, he's been clicking, playing good, playing hard. Coach Mitchell always says he's playing like a junkyard dog out there, getting down on defense and getting the job done.
He loves those wrestling references, doesn't
he? And I'm old enough to know what he's referencing.
JYD.
Ken, you have anything for Colin?
Yeah, Colin, it's good to see you. What kind of things have you been working on since you've been out? Have you just been shooting some free throws? How long do you think it's going to take you if they release you? How long do you think it'll take you to get back into the swing of things?
I haven't been able to do a whole lot of exercise and stuff, and I want to stay off of my body, let it rest as much as I can. So I haven't been doing much shooting from behind the three-point line. So I've been doing a lot of form shooting, but getting in shape is definitely going to be the hardest part for me. And Coach Cash probably get on me a little bit about that. He likes to mess with me a little bit, but it might take a little while, but I'll be back for sure.
Awesome.
Well, looking forward to having you back, especially with that chase for a district championship for the Tigers. So that's going to be big. And it's a district, even if we get the 2 seed or the 3 seed even, that's a district that when you come district tournament time, you're going to play on a neutral court at Madisonville in likely your first round game either way. So that's a good job for you guys to try to get through and battle and try to take home the crown.
Yes, sir. Normally in our district, Madisonville is Madisonville every year. You kind of go into it and you're the underdog every year, but this year the district's open. You got 4 teams that can win it. If Hopkins Central gets hot shooting the ball one night, then they can beat any team in the district. Dawson can beat any team in the district. Madisonville can. You never know what's going to happen. It's going to be whoever gets hot at the right time.
You had the 4 seed last night ahead of you by 1 point with 3 minutes to go in the game. So that's how tight this district can be this season. Colin, I'm going to give you the definitive and final answer to the same question I offered up to Dustin Cash. Who drives the ball farther on the golf course?
He doesn't like to admit it, but I can beat him around the green, on the green, and off the tee box. So
I love it. Colin, thanks for coming up tonight on the Trilogy Postgame Report. We wish you the best as you try to get back on the court for the Tigers. Colin Whittington here on the Trilogy Postgame Report. Are we good on spots, Ken? We're going to give away a few awards, Ken, and I think we're going to wrap this one up and get on out of here. Let's start out with the clutch play of the game, brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts, your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. Stop by and see Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best. Tough one on clutch play of the game because we hung around for 3 quarters, but it was a dogfight.
I think the clutch play of the game was the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. We were close game there, and then the next thing you know, just like that, we were up by 10. So I'm just going to give it to our defense there in the third quarter. Great job, Matt.
Matt Freilich coming up here and shaking hands. Good to see Matt back in the cab and brought a good fight to Caldwell County tonight.
Great job. But, I think it was just our defense in the third quarter, just a team effort collectively, and we were able to convert turnovers off that defense into quick baskets that got us up 10 points. And like I said, just like that, we're up 10. I mean, it was a tie game. You look back up, we're up 10. So I'm going to give it to our just a collective defense for the clutch play of the game.
I like that call. Let's go down to the Eye on the Tiger Award, one of our favorite ones, brought to you by Parker Eye Care. Parker Eye Care strives to be their best to help you see your best. Parker Eye Care, located on Lakota Drive in Cadiz. Your vision, our focus.
Eye on the Tiger tonight, J. Darius Wilson. He came alive in that second half. Once again, had 4 points to go, and then came up with 12 big points in the second half. He was a great presence in the defensive side and rebounding. So J. Darius Wilson had the eye on the Tiger.
And probably with a little paint peeling in the locker room at halftime, he responded to the excitement in that locker room, came out and played a much better second half for the Tigers to come away with 16 points. Takes us down to the Critter Care player of the game. Critter Care is Princeton's newest boarding and grooming facility, located in the former Rogers Vet Clinic, providing day and overnight boarding for all of your family pets. Follow them on Critter Care, or follow them on Facebook at Critter Care LLC for more information.
I'm going with my boy D-Man tonight. D-Man had 12 big points. It's his first game in double figures in about 3 or 4 games. He only had 3 last night against Hopkins Central, so D-Man came out, made some good baskets, kept us in the game in that first half. So I'm going with D-Man tonight, 12 points.
I like that call on D-Man, and that's a player that we have got to get in that scoring column.
Yes.
If we do want to have a chance at a district championship, either regular season or postseason, because that kid, we can't win a lot of games with him getting 3 points.
Exactly right. D-Man has to be the man. So he needs to come out and play, and we know what he's capable of. We just could not get some shots to fall. Had great looks at 3-pointers. Luke and D-Man both had point-blank shots under the basket. Just didn't fall for us. But hopefully those will fall next time.
That's going to wrap us up here on the Trilogy post-game report. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy. Finals here tonight in the JV contest. It was all Caldwell County, 50-20 over Crittenden County. In the nightcap, Caldwell County trailed most of 3 quarters but pulls away for a 56-43 win. It's on the road Thursday night to Trigg County, an old 5th District rival. And we will be at Trigg County Gym with the girls and boys in action. Girls tip off at 6, so we'll be on the air right after the local news on Thursday night. And then come on out to the cab on Friday as we start chasing that district regular season district championship